All right, back for his second season as the safeties coach here at the University of Missouri is Ryan Walters. And a really good year in 2015 for the defense as a whole, including your group. And what are your goals for the safeties here as you embark on year two in this program?
Well, we lose, Ian Simon, who was a vocal leader for us, and Courtney Browning, who added a lot of depth to that position. Anthony Sherrill's had a good year. I expect him to have a great season this upcoming year. We got to gain some more out of him as far as leadership standpoint goes, and develop the young guys. Thomas Wilson is coming back. He got some in-game experience. Tavon Ross is coming off of an injury, so he's working hard right now. And then we got Ronnell Perkins, who did show some flashes of doing some really good things over on the scout team during his redshirt year. So I got to develop those young guys and get them game ready going into the season. And then we got to get Anthony Sherrill's playing at a very high level, which he is completely capable of doing.
As you work with guys and develop them at this position of safety in the SEC, what do you have to do to be successful in this hyper-competitive league?
Well, you got to do a couple things. One, you got to play hard. You got to play smart. You got to play tough. The effort level has got to be up there, and the intensity has got to be there. And then you got to be smart. To play safety, you got to be able to make checks. You got to adjust to different formations and stay one step ahead of the offense. And then you got to be tough. This is a physical league. It's a physical game. It's a confrontational game. So you got to be able to be willing to take the fight to the offense.
Your playing career wasn't so long ago back at the University of Colorado. Do you draw on your playing days frequently in your coaching career?
A little bit, but I always tell people if I wish I knew what I know now then as a player, I'd have been 10 times the player. So I'm dealing with a lot better athletes than I was. So you draw on a little bit in terms of the teaching, kind of what worked for me. But it's at the same time, everybody's different individually, and you kind of learn different personalities and how people learn and adjust accordingly.
We talked a little bit about player development a minute ago. How much of that aspect of your job do you enjoy, bringing kids in as an 18 or 19-year-old and working with them over the years and turning them into better players, helping to turn them into better players?
That's why I got into this profession. I love the relationship, more than just the coaching, the X's and O's, but developing young men. That's a way that I kind of sort of give back, and so to speak. The relationships, they last a lifetime. I still talk to guys that I coached my first year at Arizona that are doing good things, and I'll still stay in touch with Ian Simon and Courtney Browning. You just kind of gain those relationships, friendships, mentorships, and things like that. So that's why I'm a coach. It's because of that.
New head coach Barry Odom, a person that you're very familiar with, worked with him both at Memphis and here at Mizzou, and I got to think that you're really excited for working for him as a head coach and moving forward with this program under Barry Odom.
Definitely. I'm a loyal person, and Barry has been great to me in terms of my personal life and my professional career. So I want to see him succeed in this job, and he will. He's a guy that's a hard-nosed, head to the ground, let's get to work. And we're cut from the same cloth, and that's why it was really exciting for me to be able to have a chance to stay on staff here. He's going to do great things here. We're all about winning championships and developing young men. So I'm excited for the future. It's going to be a great time to be a part of the Missouri Tigers.
And since the day he took the job, the one word I've heard more than any other walking around this facility talking to you guys is the word tough. Yeah. Is that the rallying cry? Toughness. Toughness
wins, man. In football and in life, you got to be tough. You got to be able to fight through adversity when things aren't going well. That's kind of when you find out who you are as a man, and that's what we're trying to develop here as young men, so that they can succeed not only on the football field but in the classroom and in life when they graduate from the University of Missouri.
Great stuff to hear. Ryan Walters, second-year safeties coach here at Mizzou. It's good to have you back, and nice talking to you.
Good to be here. Thanks.
Ryan Walters, Mizzou safeties coach.